The point that many people make is that you, the main parties, you don't care much about the smaller parties. You only use them at IPAC when you get them on your side. Then, depending on how the numbers look like, you use them to muscle your main contender where necessary. I mean, it looks like United Party would likely be an ally of your party.
An ally?
Yeah, I mean, because if you are to pick us against, if you have to pick between NDC and MPP, you're likely to agree with NDC. Or what do you think?
That's a good question.
Well, Ghana, since independence, has always been predominantly a two-party state, even though in terms of a constitution, we could be a multi-party state. But in practice, so you're either a socialist or a capitalist, you're either an Nkrumahist or you are a Dankwa-Buzaist. So that has how it has been since time immemorial. And so there's not going to be a three-party state. There will always be these two. But with the two, you have new parties replacing them at where they are. So NDC has replaced Nkrumah's party. They can also replace the Dankwa-Buzaist part of it. But it will always be two. The reason is that Ghanaian voters have always, and you hear this often, we don't want to spoil our vote. Not that the candidate at the third party is not good, but they feel that it is worthless because at the end of the day, that person will not win. So why don't you go to those political parties that have the potential to win? But I want to say the political strategists who advise the movement for change to outdoor their party in this moment when the MPP itself is in disarray is a master planner. And if you want to know if the MPP is in disarray, watch and listen to the vituperations coming out from the camps of the flag bearership race, particularly Mahmoud Bawumia and Kennedy Japan. In fact, it's not the two of them per se, but they are followers. That boy, Miraculous Abuaji, has a toxic tank, you know. So I wonder why Bawumia still keeps him at the forefront. I'm not saying sack him, but such a person cannot elicit votes for you with such tank. But they are enjoying it. But in all these discussions, how did we get here? And people are shying away. There was one Anakufado who, when he took over the reins of this party, brought it to where it is. And we warned him. The high-handedness with which he managed that institution called the MPP is what has brought us to this day. And I think that when people begin to ask questions that, is Ghana ready for a third force? Ghana may not be ready for a third force, but Ghana will be ready to replace one of the dominant parties. Ghana will be ready to replace one of the dominant parties. If you look at what has happened, and Prof touched on it briefly, but he didn't hit it on the nail like I am about to do. Those who are forming the UP party, not the UP tradition. Now when you are using UP, one is a tradition, one is a party, are the intellectual wing of the MPP that have broken out. And you saw him doing some comparisons. Take this one and look at this. Yeah. Take this one and look at this. Take this one and look at this. That's the intellectual wing. That is the wing that would have been in the business of thinking for the regeneration of the party that have been left. That has left. Those who are there now cannot be compared to those who have left. You have the Abronians who are there still managing the affairs. The Wuntumis managing the affairs of this. You see, in a political party, you need a two. You need a two. Because when you say, oh, these people are weed smokers, let's not mind them. But you get to know that this weed smoker can help you win elections.
They have a thumb.
They have a thumb too. My chairman was telling me how when he was going to, during assembly elections, as a member of parliament, his candidate was losing. But the one who was winning was amongst the weed smokers. So one of the weed smokers came and said, Papa, you're not weed. And so they agreed that the police should come at a certain time and then logo him, then parade him in the town. And that's what they did. When they paraded him, his candidate won. So that's a strategy from a weed smoker. So,
and it worked.
It worked. So you need both sides. But I'm saying that where the intellectual wing lives and there's only the other group there, you can imagine how that party will sink. The MPP itself too is not even helping itself. I mean, those in they are parliamentarians. We had this situation before. In the days of J.H. Mensah and Co., Aprako and Co., they turn around their minority into majority. Is that what these people are doing? They are not helping. So, I am saying that this group that has just come up, the UP party, has a bright chance to replace the MPP if the advice given by Prof. Smart and given by Prof. Enoch are heeded to.
Okay.
And for me, I'll be happy to have a replacement because when you look at the makeup of the MPP, as if they were put together by whoever to come and destroy and go. And I've been saying at informal meetings, you see this hole they dug at the cathedral. If this current government doesn't do anything about it immediately and use it, in the unlikely event that they come, they will share it among themselves. My fear always is that when I hear my government putting in place things and ensuring that things are preserved for Ghanaians, then when I think about the MPP, I say, but we are preserving them. When they come, they'll collect all the job. So it is good that he has told us that they are a centrist party. And what is a centrist party? They are in between the left wing and the right wing, which means that they will not be at the extreme end as mimic the MPP. They would have Ghana at heart. And if they continue to hammer that, they will get the MPP votes.